was a 3-1 defeat here at Edgar Street against Hereford. How about that?
Yeah, we're disappointed. We felt we did well first half, quieting the crowd down. Maybe made a couple of errors right at the end of the half that give them opportunities, but really limited them first half to minimum opportunity, and unfortunately came out second half, maybe dropped our level a little bit, couldn't get going, and allowed Hereford to get on top, allowed their crowd to get louder, and then made a few individual errors which unfortunately cost us goals.
Going to before the match, before we go into the action, we got 2 new loan signings confirmed yesterday. How are Marcus and Matty going to fit in? I mean, we saw how Matty fitted in today really well.
Yeah, Matty did well. He's somebody that we felt we needed with the injuries to Jordan and Ben Darby. The gaffer openly admits that he can't play 2 games a week, so we felt we needed to get somebody in. Matty can play centre back or right back. We put him in today. He trained with us on Thursday, trained well, and hopefully he's with us till the end of the season. He'll be an important player in the running.
Beginning with the first half, we seemed to get off on the right foot. Stephen Moss having that early opportunity, but as you said, we sort of let go towards the end of the half. What do you attribute that to? Was it you mentioned about the crowd, or was it maybe tiredness with the running?
No, it's not tiredness. We've got such an honest group who've given so much. They can see, the end of the season, what's coming and what we've got to do to achieve it. Sometimes you've got to give the opposition some credit. They're at home. They've got to put it on you. They've got to force you into errors. And we made a couple of errors towards the end of the first half that did give them opportunity. I remember they hit the bar. Bobby made a good save, and then second half we warned them about the mistakes we've made. Obviously not having your captain with us, it is difficult, but felt we'd done really well first half. Second half, we struggled a little bit to gain momentum. They started brighter, and all 3 goals were individual errors, unfortunately. Not making the right decision in the right area. So sometimes them go against you. You've got to lick your wounds and you've got to bounce back.
Going into the second half, of course, we did knock a goal. It's Mikey Fuya who grabbed it for us. How good is it for him and I guess for the team that he's now broken his duck in front of goal?
Well, we scored before that, haven't we? We're not sure who was offside or if there was an offside. And then, Mikey gets a reward. He's consistently worked hard to try and get in the team. He just hasn't been able to do it because of the form of other players. He deserves, credit for his goal. He was in the right place at the right time. We put a quality ball into the box. We maybe didn't do that often enough today. So, credit to Mikey for getting the goal. We're back into the game at 2-1 then, and they're making a few errors. They've gone a little bit nervous, but a strange decision by the referee, and then them scoring straight after that decision was, it's difficult to take, and that's what ended up with obviously the gaffer being frustrated and getting the red card. To say that their lads kicked the ball out in the corner, and the linesman has said that he was on the pitch, so it's a drop ball to them, even though they'd kicked it out. It's a drop ball to them, but we shouldn't allow a decision like that to make us lose focus and allow a goal at the other end again. Individual error. Posh is going backwards, and he had flicked a couple of headers back to Bobby earlier, which to their credit, the lad who's just come on, he's obviously seen that and he's gambled on that space and just chipped it over Bobby. It's frustrating for us that decision from the referee, but we shouldn't allow it to affect us to that extent that we concede, maybe 20 seconds later. It's just been a really frustrating day here. Lads have given everything again, as they always do, but one or two individuals have made mistakes that have cost us.
You did mention there, a fair few of them did give everything. One of those that I singled out, especially in my commentary, was Isaac Sinclair. As we see every week, he's putting his body on the line everywhere on the pitch.
Yeah, Isaac's been fantastic all season. He's the most honest lad, and he works so hard every game. He's battered and bruised. He keeps going. He's played more games, most probably, than he's ever played in a season, and hopefully, he plays every game in the running for us as well. It's players like him that have created what we've achieved so far this season, which is in the playoff area, but we've got to keep going and see if we can push ourselves in and see what happens.
We'll take it a bit further away from the action now. Craig Martin made his 200th appearance today. How good is it to have someone that loyal to the club and that cares that amount and to go that distance?
Yeah, in his speech, in his talk after the game, he's just said about how much he cares, and he most probably cared too much today, that he was very frustrated with that referee decision. The referee explained it to us afterwards, and obviously I've never come across that before, where he's given a drop ball for one of their players kicking it out. It baffles me, but he's hurting in there. He's frustrated, as all our players are. We never ever like defeats. So, we've got a week now. We've got a recovery. We've had a lot of games, and we've just got to prepare properly to go into next week's game and hopefully make better decisions, not allow frustrations to creep in, be at the top of our game, and we'll be looking for 3 points next week.
It is another massive and big test for the lads next week. Chester, who are of course above us, but they did drop points today. How will the lads bounce back from this?
Well, the games like Chester, you don't need motivation. You're playing a good team in a good stadium, and not dissimilar to today. You're going to get performance, but you've got to have concentration within that performance for the entire time, and you've got to make sure that you don't make bad decisions or allow things to get away from you. Mentally, we've got to be a little bit tougher, more focused. We'll iron them problems out in the week, and then go into the game next Saturday with a view to try and bounce back, as we always do.
Cheers, brothers.
No problem.